Alright, it's your boy TMK, TJ the Motherland Kid. I'm back with another reaction video, and today we're doing it a little bit different. We're going to do the final hours of OTF Nunu, OTF Nuski. You know, before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get this channel to 1K, nigga, 1K. And go follow me on Twitch. I'll be streaming. I'll be playing the game sometimes. The Motherland Kid, THE Motherland, one word. Kid, it's all one word, you know. Yeah, let's go. Let's see what they're talking about. Let's see this man's final hours.
With great sadness, great shock, great disbelief, that I have to announce that OTF Nunu has been caught lacking at the mall and is now deceased. No.
At the mall? I thought it was at the store.
But it was reported that since OTF Nunu was shot on Saturday afternoon and midday at the mall, which was May 31st, after that happened, in the next 4 hours, there was a span of over 10 people shot in Chirac.
What?
May 29th, 2014. 21-year-old MacArthur Swindle, known to the music industry and his family by the aliases OTF Nunu and OTF Nuski, was about to have his life changed. It was the day his grind and talent as an artist paid off and got him recognition as a rapper with the potential to make it big in the industry. To that end, he signed a record deal which was about to launch his career into the next phase of success. By all accounts, it was a joyous time that deserved celebration and a new trajectory in the upward direction of life, just as his cousin and rising star at the time, Lil Durk. Lil Durk heard his talent on the mic and instantly pushed him to pursue a career, knowing he had what it takes to make it.
How you come about rapping? How long you been rapping?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I just started rapping. You know what I mean? I ain't even taking this shit serious.
Why not?
I was politicking with Dirk. He just say, man, just...
With Durk already on the rise as one of Chicago's most promising talents.
Dirk is smart, man. This man being a smart man. Like he can see somebody. He can literally see somebody's future. That's just how I feel. Like everybody, he feel like, okay, this is a good man. This man can make money. You know, be a good team type shit. He bring him in. He not selfish with it either. He's selfish to his ops. You know, to like he has every right to be selfish to those people. But other than that, it feel like everybody that he know got a good potential and becoming something great, he pull them in. That's what it seems like.
At the time, Nuski had the right connection to help him to the top. So it was only right for him to sign that deal to his cousin's label and set a course to chart to stardom. The two not only made music as solo acts, but also, from time to time, collaborated on joint songs together. And the energy and chemistry was clear on tracks like At the Top. You can say it was a dream for many living in gang-infested environments to find a way that would take them from the streets to a place where they could be financially stable and get themselves and their loved ones away from the danger that plagued their life. OTF Nunu was no stranger to how important it was to make it out. He had felt the backlash of losing those
He always had the strap on him
and was armed and ready for any oncoming feud with rivals to his OTF affiliates, which stood for...
That's another thing though. It don't matter how many guns you got on you. If you miss 1 second of like to see the nigga coming, you gone. You know, it take one click and you gone. Like you low key gone. Soon as they hit you, you gone, bro. It don't matter how many guns you got.
Or only the family. Sadly, OTF Nunu and Lil Durk would never get to celebrate his accomplishments of signing a record deal, because the next 2 days would see Nunu take his last breath when a rival gang ambushed him and took his life. It was Saturday, May 31st, 2014, 3:10 p.m. OTF Nunu was at a store with Chicago producer Young Chop. Young Chop was giving him praise for his musical release thus far. It seems everyone who came across his music saw his potential and talent and was happy to see him flourishing and paving his way in the industry. Little did Young Chop know that conversation would be one of the last anyone would have with OTF Nunu.
What's so crazy, bro? I was just with Nunu that the same day, like 20 minutes before he got shot.
Damn.
Like, we was at a store, and I was telling him, like, bro, you going crazy. Because this the time he just dropped the song with him and Dirt. They was going crazy and for the back and forth.
After leaving the company of Young Chop, it's alleged.
And if you're watching it, let me know if you want me to react to any Newski songs.
He was with his cousin Lil Durk. Other sources allege that he was instead with his girlfriend, and they decided to head to the shopping mall in Chatham.
From a technology perspective, the new truck is a remote extension of Aldite.
The vicinity of the 700 block of East 87th Street in the South Side, OTF Nunu and those in his company would arrive minutes later, and he would park his white SUV in the parking lot. This was said to be either because he was waiting for the person he came with to return, or he was about to be on his way to go inside. Either way, whichever decision kept him alone in the vehicle for just enough time for his assailants to carry out their mission. Unbeknownst to OTF Nunu, at that time, there were people hot on his trail who caught wind of his location and decided it was the perfect opportunity to take another life belonging to their rivals. Approximately 3:20 p.m., as OTF Nunu sat unsuspectingly in the SUV, the suspect crept up to the side of the vehicle, where at that point, they brandished their firearm and pulled the trigger. OTF Nunu was struck multiple times about his body before his attacker fled. Nunu would try to escape, but was too injured to drive, and the vehicle hit the front of a store in the mall at 87th and Cottage Grove. An autopsy would reveal the severity of OTF Nunu's wounds. He was injured in the head, neck, thigh, arm, and chest.
Damn.
Officers in the Cook County Medical Examiner Office stated OTF Nunu passed on the spot, but conflicting news of how that happened would soon begin circulating online by an alleged nurse that was at the scene. According to her, she witnessed OTF Nunu get shot and crash his vehicle into the store. When she described seeing the people who shot him leave the scene, it hints that there may have been more than one shooter, or his assailants were in the getaway car waiting for him to finish the assassination to leave. The woman then stated she went to OTF Nunu, and when she got there,
If anything, white people gonna give their statement. While niggas out here hard, no, I don't talk to the cops, I don't know. White, they'll let you know. Volunteer, number one. I was there. This, doom. They ain't getting paid from you or nothing. They'll tell it.
he was still breathing and had a faint, corroded pulse. She would convey the same information to the officers who had given her gloves to check for signs of life. It was then she got into gear to try to preserve Nunu's life. She claimed that a Caucasian officer gave her the green light to do what she could to try and keep OTF Nunu alive. But as she was about to proceed, she states that an African American officer contradicted that order and told her not to touch OTF Nunu, as it's an act of crime scene. The eyewitness then claimed she again tried to plead with the officer to let her provide assistance as OTF Nunu
That's
was
so
still
fucked up,
breathing
bro.
and had a pulse. At that moment, she continued her account, stating that the Caucasian officer tried to tell the other officer to let her do what she can to save his life, but the African American officer pushed back, stating that the woman can.
You'd think it would be the other way around. That it would be the black cop telling her to do it, and the white man would be like, no, don't do it. You would think. But I'm not even gonna say it, bro. Y'all know y'all
prove
says,
her
bro.
credentials as a medical professional, so she cannot touch Nunu. 15 minutes later, she stated that OTF Nunu would stop breathing and his heart stopped beating as he succumbed to his injuries. Soon, the place was swarming with cops, and the crime scene was yellow taped off. His cousin Lil Durk would arrive to meet his cousin lifeless in the vehicle and did what any human being who lost a loved one would do: break down due to the pain and uncontrolled.
Remember when Van said he seen White die and that turned him to a demon? This what turned Dirk to a demon right there. I don't care what you that right there.
Grief.
How'd you feel when you heard about the news?
The news reports would begin circling the internet and blogs, and many others like Young Chop felt the sorrow Lil Durk was feeling when they heard the news.
Like, I got a call talking about Nunu got shot. I'm like, stop playing with me, like, stop it. I just seen him, cause I was getting ready to do a show out in Chicago somewhere.
So it's like that.
Suburbs somewhere. And I'm like, bro, stop playing with me. Somebody please stop playing with me. And they like, yeah, he got shot. And I was like, damn, I was just with bro. He was just finna just go crazy in the studio too. Hurting my feelings, bro. I cried and everything.
In Nunu's passing, it was reported that upwards of 10 people were shot within the next couple of hours, and many feared it was due to retaliation.
Since OTF Nunu was shot and killed on Saturday afternoon and midday at the mall, which was May 31st, after that happened, in the next 4 hours,
Them demons was ready to go to war. And it looked like Nusky, he was a cool, nice person. Like, I mean, he from the rack. He had to do what he had to do. That's, you know, these people, they be the most genuine people. Like, they good hearted and all of that. It's just, you know, they're proud of their environment. Like, if those things are not going on, you probably wouldn't even see them with gun. They be cool as hell, proud. You know.
there was a span of over 10 people shot in Chirac.
OTF Nunu was gone, but this left a mystery. Who was responsible for taking the life of the promising artist? Many would speculate it was due to his association with Lil Durk and OTF, as the crew was in feud with other enemies. Rumors pointed to OTF Nunu's involvement in the rivalry, tweeting back and forth with foes like FBG Duck. He also proceeded to trade verbal shots with another foe by the name of Moo Moo Crump. OTF Nunu left the conversation promising
Damn. Wait, what? Did he say official Nusky? Oh, okay. I was reading it wrong. Damn, Nusky. Damn.
he would hit up Moo Moo Crump. OTF Nunu was tangled up in the consequences of the lifestyle he lived and those around him. It finally caught up to him, and he was gone. While his loved ones were mourning his passing, it was the prime time
Oh, man.
for his rivals to throw salt in the wound.
Wow.
Two were leading the charge as the main ones taunting Nunu's passing. The first was Moo Moo Crump, who was also a rival of Lil Durk and his affiliates. Not only did he disrespect Nunu's passing, but he went as far as visiting the location and posting it to his Instagram account for all to see while he hurled disrespectful slurs at Nunu and everyone who cared about him.
Them left Newski.
Them niggas
They left
disrespectful,
right here.
boy.
You feel me? They left the up here on folks and them tweaking.
Crump also got on video insinuating that OTF Nunu lost his life because he was voicing his opinion on business of the streets.
That's how Newski got, bro. Voicing his opinions on street shit.
The other rival was also friends with Moo Moo Crump and holds the alias 051 Melly. Due
Grave
to his
digger.
fierce streak and number of persons he allegedly took the life of, he was given the nickname the Chicago Gravedigger. 051 Melly was ruthless and fearless in his dealings. His name apparently struck fear because it was known that if he has you marked, there's a high probability he would do his best to make that a reality. A sworn enemy of Lil.
That right there, a stroke a nigga ego. I'm gonna be on too, and I'm taking you down if I see you. If you are the grave digger, you got me on your list. I see you. You on my list too, nigga. You leaving this out of the night. Hey. What's up next? They hurt.
Durk, 051 Melly, always had time to use OTF Nunu's passing to his advantage. to get under the skin of Dirk. It was the talk on the streets that 051 Melly was the one responsible for OTF Nunu's hit, and songs like Little Dirk's Like That, featuring King Von, only aided in adding credibility to those rumors. On the track, Lil Durk raps the lyrics, "It's one op that we ain't blast. After him it ain't no fun." Melly, upon hearing the song, showed no signs of fear. Instead, he posted online where he was driving and listening to the song, quoting the lyrics, and making light of the threat. This is what led to the speculation of Melly being the one Lil Durk was referencing on the track. Sadly, both Mubu Crump and 051 Melly would lose their lives to the gun at separate times. First, Mubu Crump was gunned down May 2018. 05 Melly would suffer several injuries on different occasions, but survived. That was until September 2019, when he was shot multiple times and lost his life at a house party. That's always how it goes in gang warfare. You might celebrate the passing of a rival, but it's only a matter of time before your clock expires as well, and they retaliate. OTF Nunu was on his way up. He had what it takes to make it big. It's sad that his cousin, Lil Durk, turned into a superstar, and one of the people he was pushing most to be successful in the industry with him is no longer present. To this day, he wears this customized Newski chain in memory of the legacy of his fallen cousin. OTF Nunu wasn't just some street thug. He was college educated and always supported kids getting their education.
You said school, you went to college, man. I want a lot of motherfuckers out here to realize that, man. Go to school, I'm going to school, nigga. I went to school. Real man. You can go to school and still do your dream. Real my nigga.
I know they be pushing the gangster shit all the time. They need to let niggas know they doing things for their life too. Like Fredo Ben went to college, this Nigerian went to college. You know, like, I mean, yeah, y'all got this tough life, but you know, they just trying to survive, man. It's not a lifestyle they're trying to keep forever. They trying to make it out. They trying to be wealthy. They trying to have things, you know. They not choosing this shit. But for you, this person that has the opportunity to stay out of this lifestyle, bro, don't just stay out the lane, bro. These niggas didn't have no choice, man. I don't know if he did or not, but you know, he from Chicago. If you from in the rack, I don't think you have a choice.
The messed up thing about his entire life and dream being snatched away is that his father suffered the same fate in 1995. OTF Nunu leaves behind not only hurting friends and family, but a daughter. The cycle of senseless shooting and hate for one another has to end. Rest in peace, OTF Nunu.
For any more that's trying to get in the game, that's just trying to come up, any advice to him?
Work hard.
They just trying to make it out.
Play basketball. You got a million chasing that dream. You just one person, so you got to work.
Work hard for her. That's what it is, man.
That's what it is. And I'm kind of glad he showed like a positive video of him at the end instead of just like some tuggish him holding a gun threatening other niggas and stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of cool, huh? But they were just trying to make it up, man, and they in the pit snakes, full of snakes, you know. You know, everybody ready to get each other. They all like, I'm sure he would get somebody else if he was put in that situation too, you know. And it's crazy, you know. Rest in peace to Newski, man, and all the fallen soldiers and stuff. You know what I mean? And yeah, and that was it. That was it for today. If you want me to react to any Newski songs, you know, let me know. You know, cause I never really listened to him. I know about him, but I never went and you know, and searched him type shit, you know. Yeah. Before you leave, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get this channel to 1K. 1K. Let's go. Follow me on Twitch.